Now let us do and solve one more numerical problem on engineering mechanics. Problem set 2.3, solution to 2.31. So by now we have done enough numericals using Lami's theorem for condition of equilibrium of concurrent forces in a plane. It is also based on the same principle. The statement of the problem is now like this. 2.31. Two identical rollers, each of weight. Weight is nothing but the gravity force, mass into acceleration due to gravity. Two identical rollers, each of weight Q, 445 Newton, are supported by an inclined plane and a vertical wall. This is the inclined plane, smooth inclined plane. There is no friction at the point of contact here and here. And this is a vertical wall. This is also smooth. There is no force of friction here. Supported by an inclined plane and a vertical wall as shown in this figure. Assuming smooth surface means force of friction will not be considered. Find the reactions induced at the points of support A, B and C. Now if you look at the diagram, this inclined plane makes angle 30 degree with the horizontal. There is a point of contact here, point of contact here, point of contact here and a point of contact here. And as you know, at the point of contact there is always a reaction force. So there is a reaction force here, 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 here. And this reaction force is common to both the rollers. Now, if you look at this roller is experiencing three forces. One contact force here, one contact force here, one contact force here, and from this point downward, the weight. So this is experiencing four different forces. And if you look at one contact force here for this roller, one force of contact, reaction force here, 2, and here the weight vertically downward. So this is experiencing three forces. So we'll begin with the free body diagram of this cylinder, this roller by Lami's theorem. Then we'll come back to the second roller. Now, so that is what I have explained here. Besides the points A, B, C, A, B, C, there is another point of support common to both the rollers. That is at this point, which we will later name it as D. One roller has four forces on it, as I explained you here. One here, one here, one here, and the weight here from downward, 4. And the second one, and the second roller has three forces on it. One here, and from this point downward, the weight. So we'll begin with this one. So I have redrawn the diagram again for you as an enlarged diagram. Now, this is your horizontal making angle 30 degree. Now, so I have drawn this parallel to the horizontal, and since the rollers are identical, this roller and this roller are identical, therefore this radius from here to here, from B to O2, you will be equal to from A to O1. Therefore this line is parallel to this line, and this line is parallel to this line. Since this angle is 30, therefore this angle will also be 30 degree. And here it is 90. So in this triangle, one angle is 90, one is 30. So the remaining this much. From here to here will be 60. Therefore from here to here will be 30 degree, right? And the common point of contact is D here. I have shown the reaction forces. And I have shown the weight also. The weight of this from the center of its mass is acting vertically downward, Q is equal to 445 Newton. From the center of this, its weight is acting vertically downward, Q is equal to 445 Newton. Let us begin with point A. Point A, this is the surface, this is the roller. So whatever action force the roller applies here to this side, there is a reaction force, RA, passing through the center O1. Then come to the point B. This roller, which is touching this inclined plane at point B, there will be some action force here, and the reaction force is given as RB, passing through the center O2. Now coming back to point C, this roller, at the point of contact C, there will be action force to this side. So there is a reaction force to this side called RC. Then coming back to the point of contact D, that is common to both the rollers, this roller will apply some action force to this side. So the reaction force at the point of contact D for this roller is to this side, RT. And for this roller, the same reaction force RD will be to this side, right? So now let us draw the free body diagram. The free body diagram at O1. The free body diagram at O1. Through O1, there are three concurrent forces: RA, RD, and the weight Q is equal to 445 Newton. This angle is 90, and this angle is equal to 90 plus 30, that is equal to 120, and this angle will be equal to 180 minus 30, that is 150 degree. So let us apply Lami's theorem at point O1, where three concurrent forces are passing, RA, RD, and the weight. So Q over sine of this angle, that is sine 90, Q over sine 90, will be equal to RD over sine 180 minus 30, RD over sine of this angle. This angle is equal to 180 minus 30, that is sine 150. So RD over sine 180 minus 30 will be equal to RA over RA. Look at RA is this way. So this angle is 90 plus 30. So RA over sine 90 plus 30. So this is your Lami's theorem at the point of concurrence O1 for the first cylinder on the top. Now if you take these two, if you consider these two equalities and cross multiply, you get RD is equal to Q times sine 150 over sine 90. Sine 90 is 1. Q is given 445. Sine 150, just put it in calculator. This comes out to be 222.5 Newton. Then if you take the equality of Q over sine 90 with this one and cross multiply, you get RA is equal to Q sine 120 over sine 90. Sine 90, value of sine 90 is 1. So Q is given 445 sine of 120. That comes out to be 385.381 Newton. Fine. Now then let us quickly go to the next part of it. Now for the bottom roller, the forces are, there are four forces, Q, RD, RB, RC, there are four forces. That is this one. For this one, there is a force. Q, RC, reaction force here, and reaction force here, RB, and there is a reaction force here, RD, and the weight Q. So there are four forces, and none of these four forces. So the bottom roller is experiencing these four forces, and I cannot apply Lami's theorem. If there are four concurrent forces, I have to reduce them to three forces. Now, none of these four, no two of these four forces are in the same straight line. So, can't be reduced to three since no two of these four forces are in the same line. So, but the roller is in equilibrium due to four concurrent forces. Means sum of the forces along x-axis means sigma x should be 0 and sigma y should be 0. So the second roller I have drawn here. The second roller I have drawn here. The second roller I have drawn here with taking this as x-axis, this as x-axis, and this as y-axis. But you can consider x-axis like this also. You can consider x-axis like this along RC and y-axis along the weight Q also. It will also give you the same result. So, when it is redrawn, the second roller, the roller at the bottom, look at this diagram. This is 30. This is same thing as 30. This is your RC. That is same thing as your RC. This is your weight Q. This is your weight Q. This is your RB, reaction force. A reaction force at the point of contact B. At the point of contact B here, this is the reaction force. I have shown it here because a vector can be translated parallel to itself. And this point of contact D for the roller, the point of contact D, this RD was to this side, So I have translated it and shown it at O2. So RD is to this side. Now, so sigma x is equal to 0, sigma y is equal to 0. I have taken from here to here is positive x-axis, from here to here is negative x-axis, from here to this side is positive y-axis, from here to this side is negative y-axis. Now, let us take sigma x is equal to 0. Now, sigma x is equal to 0. Now, which forces will have x component? Now, reaction force RC is to this side. Now, then, if you drop a perpendicular like this, from here to here will be your RC cos 30. So, RC cos 30. And this is your RD. Opposite to that is equal to RD. And if you drop a perpendicular here, now from here to here will be Q cos 30. From here to here, that is same thing as from here to here, from this point to this point will be Q sin 30. So, RD, reaction force at D, and Q sin 30, they are in the same direction, so they are just added. These two are in the negative x-axis. This is along the positive x-axis. Since it is equilibrium, so the sum of these two must be equal to this. Now just put the value. RC cos 30 is root 3 over 2. RD we have found out. Q is 445. Sin 30 is 1 by 2. So, using a calculator, this comes out to be, RC comes out to be 5.3.84 Newton. Now, let us come to sigma y is equal to 0. Vector sum of the forces along y-axis is 0 because it is in equilibrium. Now, this RB is completely along positive y-axis. Now, if you drop a perpendicular from here to here, from this point to this point will be the component of RC, reaction force at C, along negative y-axis. Again, if you drop a perpendicular from here to here, will be component of the weight along negative y-axis. So RC has a component along negative y-axis. This weight Q, 445 Newton, has a component along negative y-axis. So they will be added, and the vector sum of that will be equal and opposite to RB. Then only the forces cancel, it will be in equilibrium. So this component of RC, that is RC sin 30 along negative y-axis, Q cos 30, if you drop a perpendicular, this much will be Q cos 30, they are in the same direction, and the sum of these two will be equal and opposite to RB, because sigma y is equal to 0. Now just put the values of Q cos 30, RC is calculated, sin 30, this comes out to be 642.15 Newton.